You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello, welcome to the podcast. If you're brand new here, it's so good to have you here. And if you are returning, thank you as always for tuning in. I really want to uplift you in today's episode. We've got something called Wednesday Wobbles, which happens every Wednesday, obviously, inside of our Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, which I'd love you to come and join if you're not already a member. It's such a safe space. And in Wednesday Wobbles, all the actors who want to participate get their wobbles off the chest. You know, it's midweek, hump day, get them off our chest, walk into the rest of the week, feeling lighter, brighter and more inspired with our acting. People will give you advice if you want it, and if you don't want advice, you simply say and you just get it off your chest. And it's a really popular feature inside our Unstoppable Actors group because, you know, pursuing an acting career comes with a lot of wobbles, doesn't it? And we need to acknowledge them. We need to get them off our chest, but not let them grip us. And that's what today's episode is based on. An actor had written a wobble which was quite a big one. And I just know at some point you will have experienced either all of this wobble or parts of this wobble or something similar. You might be experiencing it right now, or you might not have, but I want to prepare you for it just in case the day does come when you start getting into this wobble. So I'm going to read it out first. My wobble is me having a lot of self-doubt, lack of faith anymore, and thinking about giving up on acting. I haven't had any auditions, I've applied for stuff, I'm with a new agent, but still no auditions, and I'm sick of being povo, which just basically means poor, not earning much, because I'm working in a job that's flexible so I can have time for acting jobs, but I need to earn a proper decent wage because it's getting me really down, and therefore I need to let go of my, what seems like a pipe dream of acting, and focus on getting some decent wages for a bit. Of course, I'll stay open to acting work, but I need to focus more on building a better income. That is a big Wednesday wobble. And I was so grateful that that actor, well, firstly got that off their chest because they really needed to. It's obviously something that's been on their mind for a while, at least it seems that way. And I know it's relatable. We've all got stuck in that wobble at some point, and if you haven't, at some point you probably will. So there's a lot of things to break down in this, and that's what I want today's episode to be about, because firstly, I need you to know it is so easy to feel disheartened and lack motivation. And it's also very easy to get stuck in that mindset as well. So if you're feeling that way, if you're feeling like, God, acting's just a pipe dream, I'm trying so hard and I'm getting nowhere, I've got an agent, been applying for things, no auditions, no jobs, I've got no bloody money, feels like life is just shit and sucking the soul out of you right now, we're going to break this down. First of all, finances come first. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give you financial advice. But what I can say is you've got to be able to pay your bills. And there's literally no shame in going back to full-time work to generate more income, like literally none. Don't let people in the industry make you think, oh, you've got to have this flexible job and you've got to be poor. No, you bloody well don't. You can still do a full-time job, and you can be doing things in the background to help your acting career at the same time whilst you just build finances back up. There is absolutely no bloody shame in that. Some of you are okay. Some of you have got your finances stable, you know, so this bit won't be useful for you. But if you are in that position where you're a little bit poor at the minute, just go back to full-time work, build your finances back up, but get busy, get beavering away in the background. So I did an episode, oh gosh, I can't remember when it was, like quite a while ago, on the types of jobs that standby students who've gone on to land TV work did to generate, obviously, a full-time income whilst also juggling acting alongside. I'm not going to dive into that now, but what I will do is I will link that episode underneath. So after this episode, if you want some ideas for jobs that will give you flexibility but also generate that full-time income, and then you can get some ideas from there and you can steal what they did or be inspired and help it find something that works for you. But there's literally no shame. I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'm going to say it again. There's no shame in going back to full-time work to generate more income. Because ultimately what you've got to think about with an acting career is it is a business. And when big corporations are started, or not even big corporations, like other businesses, there could be smaller business, small to medium businesses, they have capital. Capital is just money. It's finances to start them up. You're literally funding your acting career as you're doing your day job and living life. Something else I want to share with you though is that when I returned to the industry as an actress after a huge break and focusing solely only on method acting coaching, I was still running standby full time, and I still do. But behind the scenes, I was working on things like my mindset, practicing my craft, getting clear on my brand. And what I need you to know is becoming a successful actor isn't just about the outcome. It's not just about how many auditions you're getting or bagging jobs. It's actually a full picture. It's all the other stuff too that no one sees. It's the goal setting. It's making goal setting practical and easy and not overwhelming. It's the knowing who you are in the industry. It's practicing the relaxation exercise, the sense memory exercise every day when no one else sees you doing that, because other people just see the commercial successes, like landing the agent and signing that contract, like getting an audition for whatever your local soap or drama is. You know, that's what other people see success as. But if you're showing up every single day and you're working on your mindset and you're practicing your craft and you're getting clear on your brand and you're working on your goals, you're successful in my eyes because you're being consistent. And that's what you need to start getting towards those breakthrough roles is consistency. And I speak about it a lot in the episodes. And consistency doesn't mean giving up your day job. It doesn't mean, doing a supply teaching job where you're only getting one shift a week. It doesn't mean that. It means also being realistic as well and going, okay, well, what are my outgoings before any of the acting stuff? Okay, so that is a non-negotiable that I have to be able to generate that income. And then obviously I want to be able to generate more as well because I want to be able to do things in my social life, and I also want to be able to fund my acting career at the same time. So what do I need to be coming into the bank every single month? And then you focus on finding a job that gives you that and that little bit extra. And then you just get beavering away in the background. And that's not even about money. That's about time. That's about creating and carving out time to do these other things. So for those of you that want more help with that sort of stuff in terms of like the goal setting and the branding and getting clear on what your brand is, what your unique selling points are, show reels, headshots, cover letters, all that sort of stuff, we've got the Business of Acting Bootcamp. It is a really in-depth online course for actors, and it goes into all that, the branding, the USPs, the goal setting. Again, I'll link that underneath the episode for you to check out for those who want something a little bit more, who are in a position to be able to pay for something. So then the next point that I want to come to, which this actor mentioned, is acting a pipe dream? Is it? Or are you thinking in that way because it's your current experience, because things have been very, 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 very slow? So one thing I need you to know is that our brains are wired for negativity, and our brains will do what they can to keep us safe, especially when it believes our basic needs aren't being met, which in this case, it's the finances that are at the core of everything. So if your brain feels like, oh my God, we're in danger because there's no finances, it is going to do everything that it can to make you believe that, right, no, we've got to forget acting and we've got to do what we can to earn money, and yet it is a pipe dream. It'll make you think that. So what I'd encourage you to do is make a list of priorities in your life right now that encompass both your personal life, your financial life, and your acting life. Like, make a list of things you need to work through in order of importance and prioritize them. And just to reiterate, well, I've not even said it before actually, so just to share, the acting industry isn't going anywhere. People will always need entertaining. So if you have to take like a 2-3 month break, 6-month break, just to get your finances, get yourself back on your feet financially, I mean, obviously, yeah, when you return, it's going to then take a bit longer to get momentum going, because obviously you will have focused on your day job if you've had to focus solely on that and not be able to work behind the scenes on stuff. But keep beavering away in the background, like do carve out time. But yeah, the acting industry is not going anywhere. It's always going to be here. So don't stress yourself out. Do not stress yourself out. So then there's another thing that I want to come to, which is, and this actor said they've been applying for stuff and they're with an agent. Now, this is a metrics question, okay? So when you've been applying for stuff and you've got an agent and they're subbing you for stuff, it's not just that. Like, there's more behind it. How many castings are you actually applying for each week? Also, What standard are your cover letters at? Because if you're not getting replies or you're getting very few, they need tweaking. Yes, you're with an agent. That's amazing. It's a new agent. How many castings are they subbing you for? Not just that, are they following up after they've subbed you for things? Because that plays a big part in this as well. Are your headshots enticing and engaging? It's so easy to get into this mindset of nothing's working, but you do have to take the emotion out of it and think like a business, think like a salesperson, because there are a lot of variables at play. It's not just as simple as I'm with an agent and I've been applying for things. What's underneath all of that? And it's those questions that I've just asked. What's really going on? Again, the Business of Acting Bootcamp goes through all of this. It's so in-depth. It shows you how to create engaging headshots, engaging showreels, create a clear brand so it's easy to cast you, cover letters that actually get responses. As I've already said, I've linked it underneath the episode. But this is what I drill into my students' brains. You have to think like a business. So as part of the 10-week method acting modules, what I do, because I'm really passionate that actors do think like businesses and don't just think in creative terms, our students are gifted the Business of Acting Bootcamp for the duration of the 10-week modules. And this is what helps them get work. So again, that's another option for you if you want to come and train on the 10-week method acting modules and then get that Business of Acting Bootcamp on top of that as well. But what I need you to know is there are ways around everything. Be a problem solver. Being a problem solver will be one of your greatest assets as you are on this journey to becoming, or from being an unknown actor to becoming an unstoppable actor. So I've offered you my thoughts that you can use in my own time. I've offered you some things that you can think about. And then I've also offered you some paid services as well for those that want to go deeper and get guidance rather than just trying to figure it out by themselves. But I do want to end this episode by saying what I share in the opening title of the podcast, with a caveat though, and the caveat is it might not seem like it right now, but an acting career is doable and you are more than capable of making it happen. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors Handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.